I don't think people understand how crazy the brain is, and anomic aphasia is a good example of that. Imagine you're in the middle of a conversation, and suddenly, the word you need, the one that perfectly fits, just vanishes. It is on the tip of your tongue, as the idiom goes. You know the concept, you can picture it, but when it's time to say it, the word is gone. For some people, this isn't just a rare occurrence, it happens every day at any moment. This is the frustrating reality of living with anomic aphasia, a language disorder that affects the ability to find words, even though intelligence and understanding remain mostly intact. There are many types of aphasia. Aphasia means that you have a language disorder that could make it hard for you to read, listen, write, and say what you mean to say due to a cerebral lesion. The most common cause is stroke, although it could also be due to traumatic brain injury, brain tumors, among other causes. Its symptoms depend on the location of the injury. Anomic aphasia is traditionally linked to lesions in the angular gyrus, though other affected areas have been reported. These are usually located near the intersection of the superior temporal and inferior parietal lobes. This damage results in the following symptoms. As its name implies, the hallmark feature of anomic aphasia is anomia. Anomia means that a person has difficulty evoking the words they want to express, which can also manifest in writing. But all aphasias have at some degree anomia. What's the difference? The key difference from other aphasias is that in anomic aphasia other aspects of language are relatively preserved. They can be very fluent, use proper syntax, and have relatively intact comprehension. And despite this, they still experience significant anomia. You can learn about other aphasias here. This anomia is often expressed through circumlocutions, which means they use an indirect way of saying something. For example, instead of saying, "Give me the scissors," when they can't recall the word scissors, they might say, "Give me the thing that you can cut." Or instead of saying, "I had an operation on my head," they might say, "I had one of those up there," or "I had one of those where my hair is." These circumlocutions can sound odd due to their vagueness, often using generic terms like thing or fillers such as, you know. Their oral comprehension is practically intact, although they struggle with tasks of high complexity. Reading and writing abilities can vary widely from one patient to another, depending on the location and extent of the causal lesion. Some individuals may read at functional levels. However, due to the lesion site, it is also very common to find alexia with agraphia, meaning they experience significant difficulties when reading and writing. Concomitant disorders vary depending on the location of the lesion. Acalculia is very common. This is a cognitive disorder that makes performing mathematical operations difficult. Learn more about acalculia here.